It's a racket out there. Okay, shh. All right, so I talked about the convince me. It should be pretty obvious. The one that I've highlighted in sort of a pinkish red, they spent more because they're both being divided by 7. Excuse me? Okay, that's really rude. All right, let's see here. Number 1, the number of yards of fabric needed for this particular costume. They've got it right there. And they're dividing it by 2. How does the amount of fabric needed for Rob's costume compared to the amount needed for Jimmy's? Explain. So what you're going to have to do for number 1 here is go back to the top and see how much Jimmy needed, which is this one. It's not times 3 because Jimmy's not his dad. His dad is apparently 3 times as big. So I do want you to do number 1. Number 2 you can do also. It says explain why the following number sentence is true. You need to remember this means equal to, less than, greater than. So without doing any calculations, explain why that's true. Should be able to do that. Number 3. Without doing any calculations, describe how expression A compares to expression B. Yeah, you can do that. Just look at them and think about it. They're identical in some ways, and in one way, they're very different. 4 and 5 you can also do, and you're using these signs again. Greater than, less than, or equal to. And if you forgot how to tell if it's pointing to where the numbers get smaller, it's less than. If it's pointing to where the numbers get larger, it's greater than. Okay, let's move down a little bit further here. You can do 6. You can do 7. Again, without doing any calculations. And you can do 8, 9, 10, and 11. And let's move to the next page here really quick. I'm not sure I'm going to have you do all of these. A 4-story parking garage has spaces 4. And there's 4 stories, so each one of these is probably the number of cars in each particular level or story. 1 floor is closed for repairs. The garage has spaces for this many cars. How many spaces are there on the floor that is closed? Well, just look at it. You should be able to figure that out. You can do number 12. 13, you cross that one out, not worried about it. 14. Yeah, do 14. I want you to think about it. So she's got a score in a card game of these 3 numbers. On her next turn, she draws one of these cards, and now her score is this. And the question is, which card did she draw? Again, you guys should be able to figure that one out. Again, you can figure it out without doing any calculations. That's what's kind of cool about this. All right? Yeah, I'm not worried about 15, not worried about 16. You can do 17. All right, let's see if this one reported properly.